guys, happy Tuesday. You know what they always say, April showers sure do bring May flowers with all this rain that we have going on. So today we're going to be talking about different types of picnics and things like that, and just a whole bunch of different types of varieties, where things came
Where's
from.
the pond? Where's the pond?
Did you guys hear
Where's
that?
the pond? Where's the pond? Where is it? Where's the pond? I need the pond. Where's the pond?
I guess Jason's looking for a pond. I'm super glad that you guys could join us here tonight. This is a super interesting topic, and I honestly can't wait to dive into this. No pun intended. We have some really cool hats on today. I have a... You all right?
I am.
Did you find
Hi,
the pond?
everybody. I did. I dropped everything in it.
Look at this fabulous bag Jason brought up to the front. I just gotta show it off really quick.
So it's not exactly picnic, but you can carry your picnic stuff.
No, yeah, this is for sure picnic vibes.
Right?
What?
So I love your hat.
I love yours.
I know. We've got the Coca-Cola, so those are made with actual cans.
And yours is made with Faygo and
With
different.
Faygo.
Yeah, Faygo. That one's honestly
Yeah,
super
isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? I love it. I love it. Isn't that fun?
I love
They're really cool. Now that one's for sale. This one I was using for fun hat stuff. However, it's not out of the question.
For
It would
fun
be
hat stuff.
For fun hat stuff. So, anyways, well, welcome everybody.
So glad to be back.
Does it seem dark on Facebook?
It seems a little bit dark on Facebook, but maybe that's just the brightness. Maybe you think
How about this?
helped a little bit.
Have we started? Hi, y'all. Madge is on.
Hi, Madge.
So, anyways, well, you guys look a little dark. Does it look dark on there,
Let's pull it up
Facebook?
and see.
You seem a little dark. Can you guys hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up, a love, a something if you can hear me okay on Facebook. And I know her phone is plugged in because I plugged it in.
So we're completely charged up for the night. Okay, we're on live. No, it looks good.
How do we sound? Oh, good. We
Cool,
sound
perfect.
good.
We sound great.
So, anyways, I love it. I love it. I love it. So, we're going to be talking about you look and sound fabulous. Well, I know that, but so the show does. Okay, good. So, anyways, we're going to be talking about picnics.
Yes.
But before we do that, let's talk about this past week.
Oh my gosh, yes, you guys. If for everybody who did tune in and view, we just want to say like a huge thank you to the bottom of our hearts, because we had literally so many different things going on. It was honestly a hot mess express, but we handled it.
I love that. A hot mess express. Choo choo.
We did. We conquered
That sounds
all the
stupid.
things. No, I loved it. I loved it. It was such a great time, Jason. How'd you feel about it? Was it the outcome you were...
It was the outcome. I mean, I'm greedy, so I always want more. But I was very happy with it.
Me too.
So as you know, we were not live in the store last week.
Right.
We were live from the Heights Brewery. We did this big old huge collaboration.
And if you were there, you know.
Yes, and if you weren't there, I guess you'll have to come to the next one.
Yeah.
So it was Time Warp Live.
Yep.
You were on it a lot.
I
You started the show out
I
with
did.
Brooke.
It's such a
And
privilege.
Brooke kicked off her caffeinated conversations after dark with Brooke Allen. And what's cool about that is it's a little bit more controversial, a little bit more fun, a little bit more laid back, a little bit more just fun.
Yeah, and just to touch base on like what Jason said, if you guys haven't seen the After Dark inauguration, please go back and watch that, because you're not only going to be able to see the first episode of CCWBA After Dark, but you're also going to be able to see Time Warp Live's version of it, and then you're also going to be, giving a little bit of your free time to Mad, which was honestly the moral of this event. So if you guys weren't familiar, Mad collaborated with Heights Brewery and also CCWBA After Dark, and they put together a monumental thing. Mad essentially stepped behind the bar, and we brought a lot of awareness to some very important things that night. So if you weren't there, that's fine. You can still watch it anytime, either on our page or CCWBA's page as well.
You get to see this one. She opened the show with Brooke.
I did.
Which was a lot of fun.
It was.
Getting a perspective of a younger viewer.
Yes, absolutely.
So, and then I was on it several times. You'll see Charlie Langton. You'll see the mayor of Farmington.
Steve's on there.
Steve is on there, so you'll be able to see him talk about products, stuff like that. Dave Marconi. There were so many different fun guests on there.
The whole gang was there.
So if you haven't seen it, you guys go back and watch it, because I think you'll be entertained.
Yes, 100%. They talk about whole bunch of different things. We talk about the perspective of Mad being in breweries.
Mm-hmm.
We also do talk about different types of topics, and then again, we bring lots of awareness.
She
to
was
some
asking
very
people
things.
about dating questions.
I sure was.
Just out of the blue, just asking. Fun things, lights on, lights off.
Yep. Which honestly I felt like was such a good kick in the butt question that a lot of people were like caught off guard by it, but they seemed to enjoy it. So
They did seem to enjoy it. I had a lot of fun doing it. Now going forward, the After Darks are not going to be fundraisers like this one was. This was the kickoff for it. After Dark will be open to the public. But there'll be great guests. There'll be police involvement, meaning doing the drunk glasses, and 10% does go to Mad, but the rest of it is going to be fun, more more, what's the word? More controversial.
I
don't want to use the word controversial
because it's not all
because
necessarily.
it's not.
Okay, so for example, on her morning show, it is very clean, cut, classy, chic, bougie. The After Dark show is more laid back.
Fun.
Let's unbutton the blouse and sit back and talk about things that we can't talk about when we're at work.
Absolutely. So follow us and watch it. If you can watch it here on Time Warp, and you can also watch it on Caffeinated Conversation.
And then hopefully,
with Brooke Allen.
hopefully I'll be able to allow it to stream on 586 Organics.
Well,
too, 'cause
anytime
that'd
you
be
want.
cool.
All you gotta do is let them know.
Okay, so yeah, that'd be really cool.
I
I'd
will
love to
send
do
that over to them.
Cool beans.
So you can watch it on hers too, because we spotlight something in that show that's called Michigan Made, and your product. Actually, you were Women in Business, weren't you?
No, I was actually Made in the Great Lakes.
Great Lakes Made. You were Great Lakes Made, but you were Women in Business prior.
Yes, I was.
So, which is cool, and you see some really cool people. Plus, we get to go to some really cool places.
Oh my gosh, yes, and just meet so many cool new people. We get to network, and again, we get to bring you guys along with us. So hopefully, every single time you guys see that little live notification,
that you
guys,
watch.
yeah, that you guys go ahead and click on, because even if you guys can't catch us while we're actually live, still streaming it after the fact still counts just as much.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of fun shows going to be coming.
Yes, and
anybody going?
Just Madge.
Just Madge.
Yep.
What's up? Where is everybody? Are we on Time Warp?
Yep, we are on Time Warp.
Okay. So, apparently people are doing other things.
Or maybe everyone just forgot about us last week.
Why? I don't know. You should be doing everything that
with
I
us.
say. With us. So, well, I don't see anybody on Instagram.
It's cool. I'm going to send it out to a whole bunch of my friends right
Instagram?
now on Facebook.
Do it on Instagram, too, if you can.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we have a lot of fun things to talk about. We're going to talk about vintage picnicking. And even though I just recently found out that picnic month is July.
I'm going to get all up in your grill for a second.
Look at her getting all up in the grill over there. I know somebody's on it, and now they're being all like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I know, they're like, why are you in my face?
Right? So anyways, we're going to be talking about different things that you can use, different types of products, different things, just all sorts of stuff, some tips, some history facts on picnics, because those of you who, oh look, we just lost a light.
Oh. That's
no,
okay,
it's because
it's okay, it still looks great.
Yay, things are coming up. Good. So, so picnic. Let's talk about picnic. So, have you had a picnic?
I have picnics all the time. All the time.
But you go somewhere to have it rather than like in a
Yes.
yard?
Oh, yes. And I have like 5 different types of picnic baskets.
Okay, so I think that's fabulous, because if you just have a picnic in your backyard, it's really just a
Not the
backyard
same.
barbecue.
Yeah, it's literally not the same.
No, you have to actually go somewhere. And do you know, I've always wanted
Hi,
to
Mom.
go. How many times? My mom?
Yep.
Oh, cool. How many times have you driven by and you see a median and it's absolutely gorgeous and you're like, I want a picnic.
And you want to know what's so funny? I think I was in the car with you and I was like, do you think if I just like went and sat in this median, like I would get a ticket or something? Because obviously it's very pretty. There's wildflowers everywhere.
It's funny because when we were doing all the media stuff for the fundraising event and the launch of Caffeinated Conversation After Dark, we went to Channel 4, right? Or no, I'm sorry, that would have been Fox 2. We went to Fox 2 for one of them. And outside of Fox 2, once you get past the gate, they have this huge lawn with all these trees. And I looked at Brooke and I'm like, and Christina, and I'm like, we need to just have a picnic over there.
Right here.
I mean, if I worked there, I would be out under that tree.
For my
on
every occasion.
Occasion, because it was such a park-like setting. And, you know, it's crazy.
Oh, we can dream.
No, we can succeed.
Period.
Because there's better places than
Period.
the property of Fox 2. So I'm quite sure. So tell me something. What facts do you have? When did I don't even know where. I think mine's over there. When did picnics start?
Picnics actually started way, way, way earlier than we would ever even think about. I think it was like what, like the early, like 1600s.
The 17th century, yes. But I mean, anytime you take food outside and you're not in your yard, it's a picnic.
Yeah. Yep. And I found that out because I looked up the different types of picnics, and bonfires, BBQs, potlucks are all they all fall under the picnic category.
Actually, let's talk about the word picnic.
Yes.
Okay,
Because I feel
I'm
like
glad you brought up potluck. Because technically, picnic comes from the word, and I'm not going to say it right, Pique, which is picnic.
Let me see it.
French.
Picnic.
Picnic. It's actually, I think, pronounced picnic, but
Yeah.
Q-U-E.
Yeah, right.
Rather than C. And the word piqueur, which is Piquer, which is to pick, picnic, the pick part of picnic.
Right.
To peck.
Like a bird.
To peck.
Right.
The Nique means something trivial.
It is all making sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
To pick like a bird is because if you don't understand a picnic, everything's all small, like finger
Yep.
foods.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that makes so much
To
sense.
pick like a bird. So that's where that comes from. But when you put them together, the French grabbed it and said, "Okay, we're going to flip the script on this." And they're say it again.
Picnic.
They're Pickwinick, which is, I guess, the way you probably a lot betterly.
Right.
Betterly.
Yeah.
I can't even speak English, let alone French.
After last Tuesday, I think we're still a little drunk.
Which they turned around and said was referring to a fancy dinner in a restaurant, but yet you bring your own booze. So, and when you look at the definition of picnic, it's actually potluck.
Yes.
It's you bring something to pass around. So we use picnic as a part of going outside and being part of nature, when technically a picnic is a potluck.
Yep. And multiple people. Oh, it's okay. We're so glad to have you.
Who is it?
Bill.
Oh, he just came on?
Yep.
Ah.
He said, sorry, I'm late.
Oh.
I said, it's okay. We're glad to have you.
Yes, absolutely. So I found that interesting because I just thought picnic was short for something else or just, I don't even know.
And wasn't it true that they kind of essentially used picnics as a way to get out of the work scenario?
Yes,
to
well,
enjoy?
during I know that during the Victorian era, when everything was all constraints and everything was very regimented and formal, they used picnics to break away from that. So that way they could spend time in nature and have a very casual lunch or dinner without the servants, without being all strapped into that outfit, without being anything like that. Even though they would still have a parasol, they would still be dressed to the hilt.
And they'd still bring what? Teacups and saucers?
Yes, they would bring their china because to them a picnic is fancy just outside.
Right. Literally. They wanted to be able to live a little bit on the, like, still live luxury, but, like, they wanted to, like, rough it up a little bit by eating outside. Like,
to them, their life was so, during the Victorian era, the upper class's life was so strict.
yes.
And so binding, and so regimented, that having a formal lunch outside where you sit on the
unheard
ground
of.
was considered
like barbaric almost.
rambunctious and barbaric. Yeah, even though they were serving tea, probably expensive tea, in porcelain teacups.
Well, I mean, that kind of also, like, relates back to the fact if you guys are longtime TWL
Today we
viewers,
don't do that.
No, we don't, right.
I love the Sputnik in the picture.
Same.
Love the Sputnik in the picture.
If you guys are long-term viewers, you will remember when we talked about the origin of swimsuits and swimming.
Yeah, and the Victorian
that kind
era.
of, like, ties back to that, and, like, I feel like maybe it's not identical, but they kind of, like, people didn't go outside and, like you know, sit outside.
It's all silliness.
Right, yeah, like, being outside was, like, not necessary to them, so I feel
No, they
like...
were all in black or dark red or whatever with parasols half covered up because, you know, if you saw an inch of their skin, you were going to... Don't say it too loudly. We want to be monetized for the first half hour.
I do have here that the practice of an elegant meal eaten outside rather than in an agricultural worker's midday meal in a field was connected with the respite from hunting from the Middle Ages. So they would
Respite.
Respite.
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, respite, meaning a rest.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to think about what you were thinking because that is spelled that way.
The same?
Yeah, they're spelled the same.
What's the first term I said then?
I don't remember.
It's probably something that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. You learn something new every day. Thank you for that.
Oh, I shouldn't probably do that on air.
No, people have to learn to be corrected in public.
But there's ways of doing it.
Well, I don't care.
Trust me.
I said it
I am not an English major.
Well, I'm glad that you corrected me because somebody probably would have on air, and this is a little.
I is a college student though. Google
it. No,
I'm
right.
kidding.
But I also too have like a couple of other things written here as well. Like it says the French Riviera brought picnics to England, and this led to important changes. Like
like the basket.
The basket, and the first short-lived was that in.
What am I doing?
We're ironically set up
it.
on the basket. It also says here that the first and short-lived was that in London picnics that they were less refined and more precocious. So
I love precocious.
this was thanks to the 200 wealthy young philanthropists who were in the late 1801s founded the Picnic Society. And I think this kind of also touches noses with what we were talking about earlier as far as like the potluck. It says it was held in rooms and they were self-consciously extravagant, and each member had to bring 3 things: a dish that was decided amongst the group, 6 bottles of wine, and a tablecloth. Hence is why you always have a tablecloth. Very cute basket, oh my gosh.
In a decorative basket like such.
I love this.
Yes, however, this is a sewing basket. But they're done very similar, even though
it looks like it can hold snacks to me.
It's for Singer. You could hold snacks in it. And you could darn their socks while you're doing it.
No, literally.
So a basket with a lid was always preferred.
So earlier, before we started, you said an interesting fact to me, and
that?
I was going over my facts, and I just found something even more interesting. You told me that National Picnic Month is
July.
Well, I have National Picnic Day is April 23rd.
Isn't that weird?
Isn't that weird? I like that, though, because we always thought that we were late or early because it doesn't happen until July. But look at now we're in the middle. We're perfect.
So it
We're
must be
late
well, to me, you start eating outside, like doing outside barbecues and stuff after Memorial Day.
Of course.
You know, from Memorial Day on, because the rain is supposed to stop, which it has not.
Which was very scary earlier. I don't know why. Maybe we were talking about...
So, rather it was today, or it was in the 1500s. Can you hand me that on the ground right there, the Pendleton?
Yeah. Oh, that's...
Yeah. And there's still one thing that they always used, and that is a throw blanket. So, a throw blanket, and something like this is Pendleton, which is a really cool throw blanket that you could use.
I like it.
Isn't that beautiful? It is thick. And you want something thick like this because depending on where you're going, like if you're going to go in sand, like let's say you're having a picnic on the beach of a lake, you know what I mean? You want to try and keep as much sand out of it. Or if you are in a field that has pokey grass, in which you know what I'm talking about when I say pokey grass.
Oh, of course.
Something like this would be great because it's not going to get through it.
Hi, Gabby. Thanks for popping on.
It's not going to get through it.
No, yeah. And also, too, we carry a variety of different types of, what did you call that?
This is a Pendleton.
A Pendleton.
A Pendleton is the manufacturer. They're very, very high quality
so
throw
that's
blankets.
not the type of blanket. That's just the name of, like the name of the brand of the blanket.
It is, but they also, it's kind of like tissue.
Okay, I understand.
And Kleenex.
Understand.
I mean, Pendleton is the name of the company, but people ask for Pendletons.
Sure.
So, and, you know, knowing what they are. Which are, you know, they do blankets, they do throw blankets, they do all sorts of stuff. But they're made with high quality. This is a wool one, which would be, you would have to use woolite. Hey, Mars.
Aw.
Driving home to watch. Aw, so sweet. And so, but, you know, and people think, oh, Pendletons are expensive. And if you buy them new, they are. Even some of the vintage can be expensive.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Why would I throw that on the ground?
So, I've been thinking about this entire time, and even though we always like to keep it vintage, if you have a vintage, one more time,
Pendleton,
they have this invention. They're like $15. It's just a waterproof blanket. You put it, it's like almost like tarp, but not so, and you would just put that underneath that, and then your Pendleton will be perfect and clean.
I mean, look at this thing.
I love the colors.
It is so cool, and it's wool, so it will, you know, it will help to absorb.
I say, does it repel water?
It will repel water, but it will also absorb it if it's a lot. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But, you know, you don't have to use something thick. You know, you can use, like, that and this. Let's say it's 4th of July.
Oh.
And you're going out, right? And it's coming up on Memorial Day. And you don't have a blanket that's a 4th of July look, right? So you use that waterproof thing, and look at this. This is a tablecloth, but there is absolutely no reason why this couldn't be used to throw down.
It's huge.
And it's big, so you can fit the whole family on it.
Literally, you'd have a great picnic on that.
Right? And actually, this is a bedspread, I think. So bedspreads work for twin, or this could be a tablecloth. For
so is this? This is like a very
so
doily.
by using different things, you can easily, because, I mean, if you're going to go to the beach, you don't want to use, I would use something terry cloth.
And, there's, speaking of all these different types of coverages that you can use for your picnic.
But very patriotic. I should have wore this as I ran through looking for
that would have literally been amazing.
Right? The things I think of after the fact.
I was searching up my research today.
Why, thank you, Jeremy.
That's super cool.
So Jeremy says we're the best vintage store around.
So
thank you.
So,
did you show that one?
I did, I wanted to show it a little bit more because.
So let's say that you're going someplace that has nice lawn, and let's say that it's because picnics don't have to just be like families. They can be
anybody.
Like a girls' weekend.
Of
they
course.
can be like anything. So maybe something like this that's a little bit more feminine. That's a little bit more
delicate.
Oh, I like this side better.
It's
something
ironic
like this
you said
is
that.
good. What?
It's ironic you said that because when I was doing my research, I found out that in 2024, that picnics have skyrocketed at least 15%, and now there's all these different types of themed picnics. Which, if you are,
hence the vintage.
Yes, and there's ones called you second that, Madge? Yes, absolutely. There's like cottage core. This would be perfect for like a cottage core.
Absolutely.
And all those have different themes. If you guys are like hip and trend with all those,
or if you're doing a patriotic one,
yes, like patriotic or like a bonfire type gig, like that would be perfect. Or cottage core. But we also have ones that are traditional red and white plaid.
If you're gonna do a pop art,
yeah.
Or if you're gonna do, so you can theme them because everything is themed these days.
Yep, absolutely.
And actually everything has always been themed. It's not been in our face.
It's been subliminal
because of social media, like we're doing to you. And so, so there's many different things you can throw down, but the one thing you have to remember is you have to take something.
Right. That is the whole point, guys.
Yeah, you got to take something to throw down because it's a table. You're setting a table on the ground that you are going to sit Indian style or lay next to. So you're not going to sit even your paper plates just on you would if you had to, but why?
Why? So
you prepared all of that.
So the ants can share a picnic too?
Right. And you know what? Something like wool is a natural material, so it won't attract ants.
And they can't walk on it, so.
No, well, they might be able to walk on it. But they won't attract them.
Right.
Because your food's going to attract them.
Right.
So wool is thicker, so it's going to be harder for them to get on. But there's some other things that we want to talk about too that are important things, and that is yes. So how many of you heard me talk about the ball, right? We're talking about the ball.
And if you guys remember last summer, we had a conundrum with this thing where Jason
Conundrum? It's still the way it was from last year.
Last year we took it apart just to look at it and experiment with it, and now I can't figure out how to put it back together.
So this is the Picnic Master, and what I'm showing you here is this here, and what's cool about it, look what it says on top.
I know,
isn't that cool?
Give you guys a little closer sneak peek. Oh,
oops.
Okay, the lid.
There's a lid on it.
Okay, well, I will hold that and grab that lid in just a second.
So this one is called the Picnic Master, and they also make the ball. The ball I'm out of, but I do have plenty of the Picnic Masters. And what these are is an all-in-one picnic container.
Well, that's crazy. I thought this was the lid.
And this was a staple in vintage picnics, right? So when I say that, I have the yellow one open. I'm gonna
Thank God.
And what's cool is there's directions on the box, so we can put the yellow one back together.
We need
It's been sitting a year set apart. We want one apart anyway,
right,
so people can see it. But it's not apart because we thought it would be good demonstration. It's apart because we couldn't put it back together.
So I'll show you guys this up close.
So this is all in one. So this yellow one is just like the red one, right?
Yep.
And what do we have inside there? Let's take it apart here. I'll do it. I'll hold this, and then you can play them here. We'll do it this way.
Cool.
Okay, so you have the top, which could be used
A
for
bowl.
a bowl, chips, dips, whatever.
Yeah.
Then it comes with 4 plates.
Cool.
4 plates in it, and the red one is going to, or the orangish red one is going to be exactly the same. Okay. Then you have a serving dish.
Love that.
Right? You have a serving
You gotta
dish.
pass
in
around
it.
some hot dogs.
Then you have 4 bowls for a salad or some beans or some number 1 food. Okay, what's the number 1 picnic food that has been the number 1 picnic food to take on all picnics since the beginning and still is today? So somebody's got to be able to say that to us. What is the number 1 picnic food that has been since the beginning to now? That is at every picnic. So you have all of those, and then you have another bowl. So if you had more beans or something.
Yep.
But then they also come with your knife, fork, and spoon. You got 4 of each of those. So you have an entire place setting, right? 4 cups. Here, 4 cups. Potato chips, yeah. No, potato chips are not the number 1, but good choice.
I just figured out how to put it back
Oh,
together.
awesome. And then look. But that's a good guess. Potato chips are a good guess. We got to pay attention. Yeah, but I still have all this.
That's fine.
Oh, she's all proud of herself. Hot dogs is not. Sandwich, we have more information for you about that, but that is not. None of you have said it yet, so keep trying, you guys. But that also comes with salt and pepper shakers in it. So
And I love how it's all in original packaging.
you've got your entire picnic set for 4 right here.
I love it.
And the ball, when I talk about the ball, when you hear me talk about the ball, then there you go.
Woo!
My mom.
Zinger!
My mom got it. It's number 1 is potato salad.
That would be my top choice, Gabby, is pickles.
Yeah. So my mom got it. It's the number one most brought to a picnic food is potato salad. And that has been from the beginning of time that they know.
Yep.
To today.
Yep.
Still considered the number 1 choice for a picnic. Now, these come in yellow and red, and the ball is the same way. It's just shaped differently. So you see people with picnic baskets like, where'd it go? Like this one.
I can't believe I got that put back together. It's been over like a year and a half.
Too bad we have to take it back apart to put it there. So most people see picnic baskets like this where you lift the lid and the dishes are strapped to the top and down. And you can get those, and they can be costly, or you can make them yourself.
100%.
Because when I say you can make them yourself, which you easily can make yourself, so I'm going to set this here, and you know that this was a...
Cucumber sandwiches open face.
Okay. Are they just begging the ants to come? But I'm going to tell you one thing, though. Mars, those wouldn't even make it to the picnic. I would eat them before we even got there.
What is a cucumber sandwich?
Cucumbers.
Oh, like that's the... understand.
And
Okay,
you use like either mayonnaise or Miracle Whip
Oh my
or something.
goodness, yes.
So it's like a cucumber salad on sandwich.
Sandwich? Oh, that'd be so good.
Mm-hmm. So you can make them yourself. And when I say you can make them yourself, listen closely, people. You easily just grab a basket like so, right? Then you have... Where did I put them over there? Oh, the metal dishes.
You brought them up? Oh, they're right there on the bottom underneath the box?
Oh, right here. Okay.
I don't know why, but I love the metal.
So you have metal dishes that you could easily, you need a bigger basket. You can easily strap yourself.
And wasn't the paint splatter
To
like
it.
an iconic style for picnic?
Yeah. And these are enamel.
Yep.
Enamelware. And, by doing something like this, or even for smaller
those are 2
bowls,
Nice.
you strap them on, you put your cups in here, you put your silverware, you put your stuff like that. So then you can make your own basket and create it to however you
hold
want.
it up because I don't know if Facebook can see.
Oh, okay. So you can make your own baskets as well by using the metal camping dishes. The larger dishes maybe go inside. Use a bigger basket. Your silverware, your cups, maybe your metal cups.
Yep.
And such inside, or your plastic ones like these. Let me show you.
Cute.
your plastic ones like these because we're going to talk about how you drink coffee while you're at a picnic or camping in a few minutes. So, inside there, so you can create your own basket that matches your own personality.
Which would be super cool nowadays,
right,
instead of having it all plain and basic.
Right, you can go to Target and buy one, but it's going to look just like...
generic.
Tom, Dick, and James. It's going to look just like theirs. So create your own so that when you open the basket to start setting it out, people are like, oh, look at the color.
We want to entice Yogi, not scare him away.
Yes, and a picnic is an extension of your home.
Agreed.
When you're doing it. So if you are going to set up a picnic and make it fun and festive, make it you.
I didn't notice that one of them was blue and the other one was green. That's cool.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different colors actually. So,
I love these. They're strong, they're sturdy.
So red, white, and blue is good because especially if you're going to deal with 4th of July or Memorial Day or something like that. But that is not the only thing the only kind that we have. Well, maybe it is. Because we have like these metal ones which would fit nicely right inside. Can you hold this for a minute?
Absolutely.
So look at this. Your basket is starting to take shape. You've got your dishes in there. Now you put in your silverware. Then you put in your metal cups.
I love that. You can line it with your napkins from the
yeah,
side.
or you do your napkins up here.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Something to that effect. So you can create your own and have a basket that you can carry around or just keep in the car because you never know when you want to pop onto a medium to have a picnic.
That would be so funny. Just imagine you guys are going to be driving down the street one day, and then see Jason and I just having a picnic with these.
I know, right in the median, right? So, stuff like this, these divided, because picnics, you can have picnics while you're camping too, and camping is something. Hey, who's that? Cherry? How do you say? Sherry.
Sherry?
Hey, Sherry.
I do not see Sherry.
Oh, she popped up on that one over there.
Oh, cool.
Are you on Facebook or Instagram?
Yep, I'm on Facebook.
Oh. I don't know, maybe she went off and back on. Anyway, so the divided trays are really good, especially with beans and what's the number one? Potato salad. But if you ask me, baked beans and potato salad are meant to be mixed together.
Oh my goodness.
But there are people who don't like their food to touch.
Which I see certain things, but usually I'm just mixing it all together.
Me, they're all going to be touching in here, so they're touching right there. Okay, so these are some of the things, and some of the things you don't want to forget, that a lot of people forget, are salt and pepper shakers. And they do make travel salt and pepper shakers like so. That way they have a lid on them. And you can take them off, travel salt and pepper shaker. Ooh, where are you at? There you are. Travel salt and pepper shakers with lids so that way they don't fall out, right? That you can just throw into your picnic basket. And that way you have salt and pepper, which you shouldn't put salt on anything you eat.
See, David, you hear that? He's the one that puts salt on everything. Pizza, everything.
There's enough salt in every single thing we eat, whether it's grown from the ground or dropped from the sky.
We don't need no more
It doesn't
salt.
matter. Mm-mm. But let's say you don't have those little things, right? So even just any type of plastic salt and pepper shaker works. Oh, David.
Because did you see his comment above that?
No, what?
Jasmine, we need that travel salt and pepper shaker.
So here we have salt and pepper shaker, but what else are salt and pepper shakers good for?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, we didn't touch base
So
on this.
I don't eat salt.
Okay.
What would I put in my salt and pepper shakers?
Literally anything. Garlic, salt, or garlic seasoning, or
other seasonings.
Okay, yeah.
If you are grinding them up or making them small enough, they'll work with your salt and pepper shaker.
Sure, yeah. Did you know that on the bottom of glass salt and pepper shakers, usually some salt and pepper shakers will have some type of groove on them,
Mm-hmm.
but you know the glass ones, how they have the textured bottom? You're supposed to twist them together,
Mm-hmm.
and the vibration causes the salt to come out, so you're not like doing this for 20
Oh,
minutes.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Do you know why they put rice and salt?
To prevent it from clumping together.
Yes,
Same
because
thing with
humidity.
like bread and brown sugar.
Yeah.
They have this great thing called a brown sugar bear.
You put it inside of
Yes,
it. Yeah.
and it keeps it really soft.
Little corn on the cobs. Who does not have corn on the cob at their picnic or their backyard barbecue?
David is just commenting up a storm right now.
Showed me what?
What
are the paperweights for?
I know. I think he's talking about those. If you don't have your
You could use them for paperweight, I guess. But salt and pepper shakers there's all different kinds you can use.
Those are so cute.
How absolutely cute if you're having like some all your friends. You're gonna have a friend's picnic, and you start pulling out all these cute little things.
You know what I'm going to pull out to throw them off? A salt dip. And they're going to be like, what even
That'll
is
be
this?
all new,
They're going
right?
to literally be dipping their food in the salt.
So what other facts do you have before we go on to more products? Because I have a lot of product to show you guys.
Okay.
We're hopping.
So we're going to go back to Madge's comment and talk about, heck yeah.
Oh, the orange and green salt and pepper shakers? Mm-hmm.
We're going to go back to Madge's comment and talk about sandwiches.
Yes, because this is a fun one.
Jason said something to me earlier before we went on, and I said, you know what, I'm really curious to know where the word sandwich came from.
And the reason I said that was...
Oh, because it's sliced bread.
Oh, yeah. Because it happened when I still can't believe somebody invented sliced bread. It's actually a thing.
They were just ripping pieces off and taking bites of meat, and then...
I mean, how else did you... I mean, yeah,
bread,
I guess...
bite of meat.
So, anyways, listen to this and then I'll tell you.
So, Sandwich is actually a place, which I did not know that, y'all. That's very silly. I did not know that.
Gabby. She's a smart one.
You are.
She's a
yes,
smart
Gabby.
one.
Oh, my goodness. It's the 4th Earl of Sandwich, which I thought was super crazy, and it stumped
And then
me.
she's like, what is that, a country?
Yeah, because it literally stumped me for so long. I'm like looking, I'm like searching, researching, and then I'm like, well, is Sandwich like a place or something? Because that would be the only thing that makes sense, the 4th Earl of Sandwich. So he essentially was a giant gambler and was always drunk all the time. And essentially he made his servant...
So you see, it's nothing new.
And he never wanted to leave when he was gambling, especially if he was winning. So he would ask his servant to essentially take 2... They worded it a specific type of cold cut salted beef in between 2 pieces of toasted bread. That was the exact sandwich. Once that sandwich became popular and a bunch of people knew what it was, it didn't even have a name. He called it sandwich, so everyone else started calling it sandwich and ordering the sandwich the same way that 4th Earl of Sandwich did.
Is Sandwich a country?
Yes, and ironically, it's also a city in the United States.
Yep.
It is 58 miles away from Louisiana. It's just off of Cape Cod, and
Cape Cod is in Rhode Island.
Well, the way they worded it on there was...
There might be 2. There might be one in Rhode Island, just off the Cape,
down.
and then one down in Louisiana.
Okay, so there's the one that leads... must have been reading 2 different locations.
Yeah, probably 2 different locations. It wouldn't surprise me if there was more.
Well, there's one 58 miles away from Louisiana, and then
one at Cape Cod.
And the one off Cape Cod, yes. Yeah. That one has a population of less than 5,000 people currently right now in 2000.
Well, considering that Rhode Island probably has a population of 10,000 people. No, probably a lot more than that.
I also do have here that it is said to originated in 1762 England with John Montague, which is the 4th Earl of Sandwich. And that story goes on that, again, he was just super drunk and everybody just caught on.
So, sandwiches became a staple at picnics.
For that reason.
For that reason.
Yes.
Because they were easy, transferable. You could walk around with them. You could easily make them on the spot. Mm-hmm. It was simple.
And finger foods, they weren't messy.
So, sandwiches come from Earl of Sandwich, which is sandwich over in Europe.
Yep.
And so it's true. The fact that it still amazes me to this day that we say that somebody invented sliced bread. It blows my mind. I can't wrap around it because as soon as you invented bread...
Sounds like my kind of dude.
I know.
LOL, Gabby, you're hilarious.
As soon as you invented bread, wouldn't you automatically want it in pieces to eat?
Of course. I mean,
don't know.
I don't know.
It's kind of like water in a bottle.
If you put like a loaf of uncut sourdough in front of me, I'll eat the whole loaf.
Me too.
Like,
by pulling it apart.
Yes, about pulling it apart. I also forgot to add too that the town Sandwich off of Cape Cod is actually one of the United States' oldest cities, and it was founded in 1639. And it is one of the oldest towns in Cape Cod, but it's one of the oldest towns in the United States as well.
So that would be a good... Okay, so let's go into history here a little bit. That makes total sense to me that there's a sandwich in England or in Europe, and then over here we have one of our oldest cities in Rhode Island because that's along the 13 colonies.
Oh, yep, duh.
And so therefore they would have named it Sandwich.
What? Also a good choice, Gabby.
What's challah bread?
Like the long, thin, kind of crusty bread. It kind of looks like a French baguette, but thinner.
Okay, well, somebody needs to bring me one. Okay, so what else you got?
I was going to say, I don't want to switch topics or go back to a topic if we're switching one, but I'm only going to pick out a couple here. I picked out the best sandwiches from every state.
Oh, yeah. Wait till you hear ours. It's hilarious.
I'll start off
It's
with
a hoot and a hanny.
So let's do Arizona.
I thought it was Jewish bread. When we were talking about...
Is that not what I... Is that not...
No, I think it is the same shape.
Is it?
It might be the same shape.
I love bread.
But I've had that before, and it's really good. Isn't it sweet?
Like a sweet bread.
A sweet bread, I believe. I can't remember. Go on.
So Arizona's best sandwich in their state is a fried bread taco, fried dough with taco toppings. Sounds delicious to me.
I have it every day.
Florida's is a Cuban sandwich. Illinois is the horseshoe.
Huh, I wonder why Florida is the Cuban sandwich. Because it's off the coast of Cuba.
The horseshoe is meat topped with french fries and cheese.
What's Michigan?
Michigan's is Zingerman's Deli's corned beef sandwich.
Zingerman's Deli. What's California? What's Nevada's? I'm just throwing out people.
Las Vegas's Heart Attack Grill Burger.
Las Vegas, Mom, is Heart Attack Grill Burger.
New Jersey's is Jersey Breakfast Sandwich with Taylor ham.
Now that sounds good. My sister lives there.
Oregon's is a falafel pita.
Same shape. Yes, it's sweet. I have had it, Gabby. It's good bread.
West Virginia's
I think
is
they
apple butter and peanut butter.
Isn't it? It's big out during Easter time, during Passover.
Ooh, yes.
And stuff.
I'm going to go home and buy 20 different kinds of bread.
So, what's funny is they had a Guinness Book of World Records, and I'm going to show you a few other things.
I love this fact.
They had a Guinness Book of World Record because everybody's got to break the record, right? So in Lisbon, over in Europe, overseas, in 2009 they had the largest picnic ever. 22,232 people attended it.
I need all of our viewers we need to top that. We need to come together and we need to beat this world record.
You need all 22,000 of our viewers?
All of them.
Gosh, that is so, I wish we had that many. So tell your friends we need 22,000 people.
Come on,
watching.
it'll be great, guys. There'll be so many different types of food. It'll be so good.
And remember, picnic means bring a dish to share.
Literally.
So, how fun would that be to have
20?
I mean,
where would we even have it?
At
Belle Isle?
No, well, Belle Isle or out at Stony Creek.
Oh, Stony Creek would be perfect.
Is there a big enough field?
Okay, guys, 4 weeks from now, I need everybody to meet us.
Stony Creek's a state park too, right?
Yeah.
We need to find some place where they don't have to pay to get on.
Belle Isle.
Belle Isle, you have to pay to get on.
Really?
It's a state park.
I'd have to pay to get in on Monday.
I know, because we got there too early and we were actually working on the island.
Understand.
Yeah. We filmed a show on the island.
Your mom is so funny. She's talking about somebody actually had a heart attack at that cafe. The hamburger's stupidly big. I have to Google it now and figure it out.
Okay, so that's hilarious.
Yes.
Because we have a restaurant here called Tony's.
Oh, is that all?
Tony's is north of us, up by what is that tourist town up there? It's got Bonner's. Frankenmuth. It's up by Frankenmuth, and they serve the largest. They were on the as being serving the biggest pieces, and they have a BLT that has 2 pounds of bacon in it. I've had it.
I wonder if your mom.
My bacon lasts the whole week.
I wonder if your mom knows if that was like a challenge, like if you could eat this burger in like 2 hours.
It probably is. That's known for Las Vegas. They do.
Are they still open?
Probably. So that's hilarious.
Yeah, no, I love that.
I love it. So I'm on a show called Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke Allen, which derives around. No, she's up in Mackinac at the policy conference, but that drives around coffee, right? So she could not have a picnic if it did not include coffee of some sort. So hand me the box. So we have this fantastic little thing here called Porta Perk. I love that. It's called a Porta Perk. And as you can see here, see Porta Perk?
A portable percolator.
It's a portable percolator. But the thing is you don't need electricity or gas. Well, you need gas, but you don't need electricity to do it. It runs on
like a butane can, like a small butane.
Butane can, but I think
it's like a mini one. You can get them at Meijer literally right now for like $10.
Yeah, butane. So, and it connects right here.
Somebody had asked at Tony's, do they still give a bag when you leave?
You know, I haven't been there in a while.
We should call and ask them.
You know, we should go there and do a show.
That'd be sick.
So Tony's, they also have the million egg challenge or whatever it is. So you get an omelet and it's got like 25 eggs.
Can you and I split it? Because I think we would do it.
Oh, we would every time Steve and I go up there for something.
Oh, a bag of candy?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, and your mom said it is a challenge, but you have to sign a waiver. Ah, that's so
So
funny.
they don't get in trouble for having a heart attack.
That's so great.
So
LOL.
that's hilarious because Las Vegas, of course, is an adult playground, right?
Of course.
And we have a location there, and my mom lives there. And so if you ever get out there, go to our location at Las Vegas Antique Center. And are we having is that your?
Nope.
Okay. They're going tanning probably. And so we have, if you get out there, go to Las Vegas Antique Center in the Arizona Charlotte parking lot to see us. And, well, to see our store. And my mom lives out there, so we go out there often, right? And we have been to some of the craziest restaurants there. One of them was that you sit down and all they do is make fun of you.
I would love a restaurant like that because you're allowed to talk smack back.
Yeah, you are. But they talk smack.
Oh, I know.
And let me tell you, we went in there, we were meeting my nephew there, and this was several years ago, and we left immediately because Steve cannot do that.
Oh, Steve! You couldn't take the satire?
No, we didn't even try.
Aww.
As soon as we realized what was happening, we got up and left. Because we had just gotten to Vegas and I did not want anything to ruin, because they were pretty severe. We heard them to other people.
Is it still down there? I think it might be off the strip, but it's like essentially you walk up and you get a shot, and then when you take it, they smack you really hard.
Well, I think that
with
might
paint
be
on their hand.
No, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. The strip is completely different.
Oh,
There's no
yes,
more water
with
in
after
there.
that, yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So there is possibility of having, so back to what our original topic was, because I go in 9,000 different directions.
Same.
So, can you hand me the big thermos?
Oh, my
So,
dad literally has the same
We're
one.
used to taking coffee in this, right? But now we can take it in the coffee maker, and then you have your little
You mean the
thermoses
portable perk? Or the
that you can
perk?
walk, the porta perk. So that way you can have coffee anytime you want.
I love how we started talking about Steve and then he pops on.
Oh, he's watching.
I was saying, you must have just heard his name and like came over.
He's watching. So you know what we need to do, Mom? You know what we need to do is next time I come to Vegas, or that Steve and I come to Vegas, we need to do shows just walking the strip.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I mean, because you're in a public place, so there's no expectation of privacy. So, when you're in a public location,
Right, of course.
you can film because there's no expectation.
It'll be
of
the
privacy.
three of us, and we're all just gonna have GoPros
Right?
strapped to our
I know,
foreheads.
just strapped to our foreheads. Because when, trust me, there are locations that would just
Steve,
didn't even
you
have
need
to
to
say
come and
anything.
comment more often. You're causing a ruckus in the comments.
Why? What is he saying?
Everyone's just saying hi. That means you guys are engaging. Keep it going.
Yes, no kidding.
it going.
So, what else did I miss over there?
We talked check.
Oh, this down here.
Oh yes, I did.
So let's move this over here.
If anybody's watching and y'all have been to my house, you guys know I actually have some of these, and I religiously use them because they are such a great invention.
This one I like. So,
That would be super cool, Gabby. We should make it happen.
will you, Gabby, enter? Because that is not out of the question. We were actually talking about that. That would be ideal to do a show from Viva Las Vegas.
Oh, of course.
I mean, we've been asked to be a part of it several times. We just never.
We should.
So, anyways, you know what I love about these? These are for paper
Flimsy
plates,
paper
right?
plates.
Flimsy paper plates, because who likes to wash, right?
If I could have paper pots and pans, I would.
I love these because it has a handle, so you can so you can carry it. I love these even more because they have a place to put your drink.
Yeah.
So these are fun, and these go quickly.
Oh yeah.
They go like crazy.
I like the fish ones.
And then, of course, I thought about bringing over some Tupperware, but I could bring over the entire Tupperware.
I'm gonna screenshot this, and then when it comes time to it, I'm just gonna send it back to you.
Who? What? Where? When?
You
Why?
said, Gabby, would you really? And she said yes.
Okay, so when we say, Gabby, you got to come to Las Vegas because you have to enter, you're going to say, I never said that.
And I'm gonna screenshot this and send it to you.
You know what? She'd do it in a minute.
No, I know she would.
So I could bring over every piece of Tupperware, and that would pertain to any picnic.
No,
right?
literally.
Because, I mean, we bring all sorts of food.
All types, just different. Also, I know a lot of people struggle with separating liquids and solids when it comes to packing for a picnic. So this is perfect.
Be my guest. You want me to be Vanna?
Voila!
So.
This is a standard, state-of-the-art lettuce crisper or
It is.
veggie crisper.
It is. So you could easily,
Worried about soggy lettuce?
Yeah, have
no
fresh
problem.
lettuce.
Not with the stated. What is this? What brand is this?
This Tupperware. This one is Tupperware.
The state-of-the-art Tupperware veggie crisper. It keeps your veggies separate from the liquids.
See, I told you we were doing commercials.
I was trying to keep it going. Like, what are some words that
I wanted you to put your hand in it, and I'd say you're soaking it.
This innovative, this state of the art, this retro.
Isn't that fun? I love it. So there's all sorts of stuff, and I could, like I said, I could bring over the entire.
Should we give any new viewers a refresher as to what
Sure.
we're bringing into Time Warp when it comes to
Reset.
Pyrex and Corral? Reset.
It's called a reset.
A reset.
So in the media industry, it's called a reset. Oh, you mean talking about the
Yeah.
vinyl, not what we're talking about.
Right.
Well, we're talking about picnic stuff, but we can, yes. Let's do that towards the end, which is coming up soon.
Sure.
Because I wanted to show these, even though they have nothing to do.
This like the there's another one. These are
Even
cute.
though these have nothing to do with the last 10 minutes, we're going to talk about a few things. So that is mostly our picnic stuff. Because I want to address a few things. Did you have any more on picnics?
Nope.
Okay. So the last 10 minutes I wanted to tell you, Steve did a huge buy. We were called into a home last week. Week before last? Last week. Last week. And we went there over and over again, right? And so Steve got a ton of stuff. And a ton of cool vintage stuff. And some of you have seen some of the posts that I've done. But wait till you see some of these. These are actual fur stuffed animals.
I couldn't reach that one. I'm sorry.
So when I say now I'm going to show you stuffed animals, you're like, those are stuffed animals, blah 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 blah, right? Stuffed animals, right? But they're cute, right? They're cute. Gotta love them. So what's so special about these, you ask?
That one's insanely
Say hello.
soft.
Say hello. Say hello. Mom, this kind of looks like your dog. If this had bigger ears like Purdy, I would have sent it to you. So the good thing. Oh, is that somebody waiting for you?
No.
Oh, that is though. And so
Yes.
that's David's mother. So, anyways, what these are fur. These are real fur. Okay, don't get all freaked out, Instagram and people. Fur from years ago.
It's even creepier.
Okay, so I'm not for stripping an animal to take their fur today.
Of course.
But these existed before we even existed.
Of course, I'm just teasing.
So it's vintage. It's vintage. So
This thing is
this
insanely
one,
soft.
however, did not hurt any animal because that is wool. So and that is what your shirt is made out of.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So this they shave them.
Yeah, sheared.
Yeah. So this is made out of sheep, wool, stuff like that. This one is mink. It's made out of mink. And if you've seen those little animals, you'd want them all. They are evil.
I think they're so cute. And
They're
they're like noodles, evil noodles.
Yeah, but they're evil. They'll take your skin off in 2 seconds. This is rabbit. Okay, so this is rabbit fur.
What's this?
This is just
Fuzz.
or this is just material.
Okay.
What makes these so cool is take a look at this. The person we got these from, this is from Park Avenue. This is from Peck and Peck on 5th Avenue, New York. This person had good taste. Peck and Peck. And they have their original sales tags on them from Peck and Peck. This one was $8 in 1950.
The comments already knew the deal.
What do you mean?
Commented real fur, and your mom said it does look like Purdy.
It does? Oh, you didn't see that. So, anyways, this one, look at this. Original. Did Steve say that or did somebody else
Your
say
mom
that?
said that.
About Peck and Peck?
Oh, no. Bill did.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah. So, if you see, they have their original tags on them. And it blew my mind because, I mean, not the fact that they were fur, because I've seen that before. And I knew, real fur. But the fact that these people bought this back in the day, right? Back in the day. And look at how perfect they still are.
Yeah, this one's like in mint condition.
I mean, and this one.
He is in very
Isn't
good
that
condition
crazy?
too,
With
yeah.
their original tags.
It says washable too.
Well, mink. It's.
Simple care instructions for best results.
You want to know what I think is funny? A lot of people they're like, oh, should we wash this? Should we? I don't know. Does a mink get wet?
LOL.
Yeah, it gets wet. Do rabbits get wet? They run through the rain. How do you think they clean themselves? They wash themselves.
Wow, it's coming down again.
It's hilarious because we'll have a mink coat from 1950. Oh, I don't know how to care for that. Wash it.
Well, touche. A lot of people aren't educated on how to store it afterwards and make
That's
sure
different. And you can get them dry cleaned. But the thing is fur is natural.
Right.
So you can get it wet.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're all just nervous. It's so we don't want to ruin it.
And not only that, furs can be expensive.
Of course.
You know, because I'm a firm believer that if you use the animal for anything, you use all of it.
Of course.
So these things here are one of the things that I forgot to mention, and these are salmonella because we all hate bugs.
Citronella.
Citronella. I say that every time. Salmonella is a virus.
Jason, you're so funny.
So citronella, I say it all the time. See, told you I was an English major. So citronella, which I love the smell of.
Me too. They're natural bug repellents.
They are natural bug repellents, and they're good to have around, especially with West Nile.
Oh yes.
And any of the bugs.
Malaria.
And ticks, because it's a
gosh.
big tick season. Now this won't stop the ticks, but the bug spray will.
Of course.
So when you're going out on a picnic, one of the things that you do want to remember is how to dress. And if you're throwing a themed picnic and you're not familiar with your surroundings, then what you want to do is you want to wear clothing or bring clothing that you can cover some of your skin with, because the last thing you want is a ton of mosquito bites or ticks to hit you.
Michigan tip 101, if you guys are going to be out and about and you have no idea if ticks are in your area, but you're going to be walking a lot, take some duct tape and wrap it around your ankle.
Yeah.
Ticks can't jump, they can only crawl, so they will get stuck on the tape and you guys will be good to go.
Yep. Absolutely. So, you know, it's cool to have these things. It's cool to go out and explore the areas and have picnics, but be safe.
Now that I'm thinking about it, those would look super cute, like at a picnic.
I know,
just like on the blanket.
Same
out,
with these.
It would
and
be
a lot
really
of people
cute.
say, you know, you grab throw pillows, you grab stuff like that. So if you're having a vintage picnic, taking some vintage pillows to lounge on.
It would be so cute. I would love that.
You know,
I'm like sitting here thinking about it, like I would love to have this little guy next to me. It'd be so cute, guarding the plates.
Right? So think outside of the box when you're talking about picnics. Think outside of the box when you're talking about what you carry your picnic in.
Yeah, make it fun. Make it you.
Stuff like that. This is all about you and
what you
expressing
can
how you would make it look.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that. So you wouldn't believe the amount of stuff that Steve has brought in for the past couple of days or past week. We have been working our tails off trying to process it all.
And if you guys haven't been in a while, this is a perfect time to swing on in because we brought so much stuff in. You guys would honestly be like, where is it even going to go?
Right? I know.
Well, it's out already.
And we do have one more show that was pre-recorded for Caffeinated Conversations due to the policy conference, but we will be live again following the following week.
So be there, be square.
And look for photos from Brooke up at the policy conference, which is Mackinac Island. Mm-hmm. So, and do you know I haven't been there since I was 7?
I haven't been there at all.
You've never been there?
My only trip that I had to go when I was in school got canceled. So we never went.
Last time I was there, my dad took us. And from the pictures I looked at when she got up there, it's not like it was but you can't, I mean, it's all bicycle, walking,
yes.
or whatever. But, and do you know that it's $35 or $20 to step on that Grand?
Really?
Yeah, they charge $20.
You got the piece of fur fuzz.
Did I? Yeah. It's $20 to get on the porch of the Grand.
Oh, yes, I remember, because it was getting ruined. People were picking the paint off and
stuff.
stuff.
Because humans are parasites.
Yes, literally. But we are so happy that you guys joined us today on Time Warp Tuesdays. We hope you enjoyed this topic just as much as we did. And if anybody was curious if Jason found the pond, he did. He found it.
I must have. Look, that's how good of a
catch you are.
A catch I am, right? No.
Oh, there you go.
We're going to go fishing.
Yeah.
Because it's a lake outside.
This one matches my outfit too.
Right?
Perfect.
It's a lake outside.
No, literally it is a lake outside.
We'll go fishing on the way home.
St. Clair Shores is notorious.
So anyways, thank you for watching us.
And next Tuesday, what are we?
I don't know. It'll be a
I guess you guys will
surprise.
just have to tune in and
It'll
find
be a
out.
surprise.
Well, again, if you guys are new here, this will be available to watch right after we go ahead and turn off the live. But if you guys do want to wait until tomorrow, this is also available on YouTube as well. We're super happy if you guys tuned in today, but we were even happier if you guys did tune in last week for the fundraiser and the MAD collaboration. And until then, we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.